Hello my students, how are you? We will continue our lesson about the classification of matter. At the end of this video, you should able to determine graphically the boiling point and the melting point of a given matter and to compare the properties of pure substance and mixture. So, in this lesson, we learned before about the state of matter, which are the solid, liquid and gas, and also we learned that the matter change its state under the effect of temperature by heating or by cooling, and we learned about the boiling point and melting point. Now we want to make an experiment. We want to boil water under the action of heat, and by using the thermometer we will measure the temperature of distilled water every 2 minutes. Distilled water means the pure water. So we want to use the thermometer in order to measure the temperature. And the results obtained, we will record it in a table as following. At the beginning of the experiment, when we start heating, we take it the time 0. The temperature was 21, and after 2 minutes we are heating. The temperature increased into 34, and after 4 minutes it become 56, then 70, then 88, then 96, and then 100, and it's still 100 and still 100. We notice that it starts boiling, changing, boiling from liquid into gas when the temperature become 100 degrees Celsius. Now, teacher, we want to change the value of this table into graph. What do we mean by graph? Let's observe what is the graph. Graph is a diagram, represents data or values in an organized manner. In this way, this is the graph. It's containing two perpendicular axes. The vertical axis is called y-axis, which is the vertical one, and the horizontal axis is called x-axis. And in this case, teacher, we are talking about the vertical one is about the temperature, because it's observe the relationship between two things. We have the temperature in the y-axis and the time in the x-axis. So our study now is about the relation between the temperature with time while we are heating. So this is the graph obtained now. In the y-axis we have the value of temperature, and on the x-axis we have the value of time. These points are the points that are recorded while we are making the experiment. Type. How we can use the graph? First, I can deduce from this graph that the temperature is increasing with time because the curve is going upside as an ascending way, so the temperature is increasing. And also I can indicate the temperature of water at any time I need, or vice versa. How? First, let's see the temperature at time 6. So I want to find time 6 first in this graph. I have teacher time على x-axis, على horizontal one. So I need to find time 6. This is time 6. So now I will draw a vertical line, perpendicular one, in order to reach the curve. Then from this point I will draw another perpendicular line to reach the y-axis, which is the temperature. And the point that I reach it is the temperature at time 6. So the temperature at time 6 is 70 degrees Celsius. Another example, let's find the temperature at time 12. So let's find the 12 on the graph. I have here 12, time 12 على x-axis. So I will draw a perpendicular vertical line in order to reach the curve, then another perpendicular line to reach the y-axis. The temperature that I found, this is the temperature at time 12, which is 100 degrees Celsius. Then I can also find the time at 90 degrees Celsius, the temperature. So I have now the temperature 90 degrees Celsius. Where is 90 in the y-axis? Because it is the temperature. I should find it in the graph. So this is the temperature 90. I will draw from this point a perpendicular line in order to reach the curve, then down another perpendicular line. I get now the time, which is the 8 minutes. So 8 minutes is the time at the temperature 90 degrees Celsius. Also, I can deduce from this graph the boiling point of water. Let's review what do we mean by boiling point. Boiling point is the temperature by which the liquid change into gas. How I can deduce it? It's 100 degrees Celsius. How I know that? Because it stay constant at 100 degrees Celsius. Observe, I have 3 points at different times, and it's still 100 degrees Celsius. So it is the boiling point. So boiling point is the temperature by which it change from liquid into gas, and on the graph it will stay constant at 100 degrees Celsius. Another application, I want to study about aluminum. Okay, what is aluminum? Aluminum is a solid substance and it melts into change into liquid when we heat it. I want to draw a graph, or I have a graph about the variation of temperature of aluminum while heating. This is the graph. Referring to the graph, I want to know how does the temperature change with time. So the temperature increase with time, yes, because the curve is going upside. And second, I want to pick out the temperature of aluminum after 15 minutes. So I want to find the 15 minutes, then I will draw a perpendicular vertical line, then perpendicular horizontal line. So the temperature is 500 degrees Celsius. And what is the melting point of aluminum? From the graph. So the melting point is the change, that is the temperature by which the solid change into liquid. So at temperature 660 that it stay constant, so it is the melting point of the aluminum. So 660 degrees Celsius because it the constant temperature. Also another application to practice more, I have in the laboratory, I want the students prepared 2 flasks contain colorless liquids, pure acetone and another one mixture of pure acetone, and they heat both one in the laboratory, okay, and they measure the temperature of these 2 flasks while heating them. So they recorded these 2 tables, one for pure acetone and the other for the mixture of pure acetone and water. They noticed that at time 10 the temperature is 56 and it starts boiling, يعني change from liquid into gas. This is at this temperature they start boiling, the pure acetone starts boiling, while the mixture of pure acetone starts boiling at 555 degrees Celsius, change from liquid into gas. So the boiling point of acetone is 56 because it's the constant temperature, while the mixture of pure acetone and water do not have constant temperature, it have variable boiling temperature. So there is no boiling point of the mixture, we don't have constant boiling point of the mixture. Okay, so we conclude that pure substance, which is made up of one substance, has constant boiling point or boiling temperature or melting temperature or density. So it have constant physical properties, while the mixture, which don't have containing only one substance, contain 2 or more substances, do not have constant physical properties, they have variable physical properties, their physical properties change. Okay, يعني don't have constant boiling point or melting point or density. This is a comparison between pure substance and mixture. So my lovely students, now you should rewatch this video, watch it many times please to understand it well and resolve the application.